Hi, Critias, back again with another anime commentary video. So today we're gonna watch and talk about this well, how do I put this? Around 5 o'clock in the morning, before I fell asleep, a friend of mine shared this video, well, not the link on YouTube, but a video on Instagram that someone actually made a video about this, and I looked it up on YouTube, and it's by the YouTuber by this guy named, I hope I said the first one right, Xenohusk, who made a video about 2 months ago titled, Why the Age Debate in Anime Makes No Sense. And the thumbnail itself basically says, well, let me pull this up on my phone. Not the age. Basically saying age don't matter in fiction. And I guess this is going to be the debate about when it comes to fiction and reality or something like that. Again, this came out 2 months ago, and somehow this was not in my radar until a friend of mine showed me this on Instagram. I wanted to make a video about this, and because I said it 1,000 times, I'm going to say it again. Age don't matter in fiction. Because when it comes to characters' age, it gets a free pass. Like, certain characters in the past, they get the free pass, when it comes to characters' age now is a problem. And then you have the anime fangirls out there sipping male characters who are also a minor. They get the free pass, but when it comes to anime fanboys or doing the exact same thing, they get criticized for it, which that's a double standard, sexist, and a hypocrite standards, that's full of shit. And of course you have those people saying it doesn't matter in fiction, they're still children. Again, I heard this someone made a comment about this, but I kind of removed it. And a friend of mine, the one who showed me the video of it on Instagram, he says, and I quote, age don't matter in fiction. I mean, not fiction, let me rewind that. He said, it doesn't matter, they're still children in fiction. So, he's a lost cause. So, he should have some fucking common sense. Like, dude, they're not fucking real. How is this fucking difficult? So we're gonna not react. We're basically gonna watch and discuss of this topic. If you guys want to watch the original video, link of it down below description box so you guys see the video for yourself. Full screen, one of my commentary, go support the official release. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Age is just a number in fiction. Now, before y'all start stringing me up and parading me around Twitter, just know, I haven't hit 100k yet, so I definitely haven't started my Minecraft YouTuber arc. But here's a picture of me with the man of the hour. But age in real life and age in fiction exist on two completely different playing fields.
Yes.
But before the Blue Archive players get too comfortable and start interpreting this as a defense of their weird activities, relax. I'll be talking about y'all plenty later. What I keep seeing online though is people on both sides of this argument doing the exact same thing for different reasons. One side uses a fictional character's age to loudly virtue signal their morality. The other side uses it as a technicality to justify their depravity. And seeing that once in a while is one thing, but when it becomes a constant, daily occurrence, yeah. Now I'm starting to feel like Voss, cause
one time is funny, two times annoying, no?
I know this video is probably going to look insane to the average outside observer, but stick with me, because I promise the point I'm making here isn't as crazy as it sounds. And to be clear, this isn't about pretending age doesn't matter at all. It's about how selectively it matters, and who it suddenly matters for. Because when you actually look at how fictional ages are applied, defended, ignored, or even weaponized, there's no consistent moral framework at play. Just feelings and favoritism. And if this conversation already feels confusing as hell, that's not an accident. It's literally how we talk about age in the first place.
Alrighty. You bitch!
So before we even get into fandoms or examples, we need to establish a baseline. Age in real life exists to define power, responsibility, consent, and harm. Age in fiction, on the other hand, is often a narrative device, used to frame innocence, maturity, desirability, and/or danger. And when
all these are facts and actually true, especially real life age, that's actually true. Like, how do I put this? You have kids nowadays, like, I swear to God, they look like they're an adult. I kid you not. Like the middle school kids. You would think they could be in high school, but no, they're in middle school, but they don't look like 16 or, not 16, that's basically high school, 14 or 13 years old. They look like they're 18 or 19 at the time, but they're not. It's so fucking weird, and it's so fucking weird. And here's a bullshit part. I literally heard this from my brother. He told me this, that there's a new law just came out here in America, that if you're under age 16 or 17, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So basically, they're basically saying you can move out and do whatever you want when you're at the age of 16 or 17. So basically, the new law is saying you're basically an adult if you're moving out and do whatever you want. And your parents can't do jack shit about it. What the fuck? But when it comes to fiction, these are valid.
When people pretend these two things are always treated the same, that's when the entire conversation collapses into feelings and selective outrage. See, the whole reason I'm making this video to begin with is because of these two characters. Raven from Teen Titans and Marin Kitagawa from Dress Up Darling. Both teenage characters around the 15 to 16 age range, but hailing from different regions of the world. Both.
See, oh, yeah. Again, like I mentioned before at the beginning of this video, when it comes to characters in the past, they get the free pass, but the current character is not. It's a hypocrite standard. Raven gets the free pass, but when it comes to her or other female characters, doesn't?
Both are heavily sexualized by the internet, yet one is seemingly overlooked, whilst the other is religiously
It's the hypocrite. It's literally the hypocrite bullshit.
Defended. Which brings me to my first point. Age for characters doesn't matter. It's about how the character is coded. Originally, I had planned to talk about how all these issues kinda stems from anime culture, since, if we're being honest, those two nukes must have knocked a couple screws loose. Cause these Japanese mofos are freaky as hell.
For real! That's how they are! Japan have a dirty mind. And y'all guys gotta understand when it comes to Japan. Not only Japan is more well clean, healthy, respectful, but there are some freaky people in Japan. And their law are completely different here in the American. Like, back in the day, Japan's law, if you're under age 15 or 14 years old, you're basically illegal adults to date someone that is older than you. I'm not making that shit up. And they changed that law to if you're at the age of 16 or 17, you're a legal adult and you can do whatever you want and you can date someone that is older than you. And if you're 15 or 14 years old, you're basically illegal to live on your own and get a job. That's literally Japan's law. I'm not making that shit up. But apparently, these dumbasses here in America can't do their fucking research. Because they don't want to, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter regardless.
Like, if you're the homeland of tentacle animations, brother, that is not a good look. But they do be cooking on some of them, though. I'm getting off track. Anime is the main culprit when it comes to this whole age debacle. Because these guys are the ones that are making these high schoolers built like Kardashians and grade schoolers 1,000 years old. And if you ever wondered why most animes take place in high school, it's because Japanese life after high school sucks ass. But take these...
For real! That's the reason why they make anime have characters in school. Because in school, it's basically their best life, but once they graduate, it sucks. And of course, you have people saying, well, you have a lot of people saying, man, I'm gonna miss school. It was like the best year, even though there's some bullshit going on. But me, I do not miss school the slightest. Basically, my school, where I graduated, Ware County High. Bruh, oh hell no, that school was a mess. Good God. I do not miss that school. I do not miss school at all. I really don't.
These three girls, for example, all built absolutely insane, yet they're all teenagers.
See, here's the thing, okay. High School DxD. People okay with this. I'm not making this up. There are those people who will attack High School DxD fans for sipping the female characters. And they will get on their case, say they're minors. But you guys have to understand. In Japan, their laws is different. Does it really fucking matter? And secondly, it's like High School DxD gets the free pass, sort of. But then again, people will still attack those people who are simping for the female characters, or loving the characters, or consider the characters as their best waifus. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with having a favorite female character and have the female character be your waifu material, but don't overdo it or get so obsessed with it or whatever. Like those basic anime fanboys out there get over upsetted when it comes to that shit. But again, like I'm gonna save it.
Now, take these three girls. They all look like your hard drive is an all-you-can-eat buffet for the feds. Yet, they're all technically adults.
Is it? Exactly! They may look like a kid, but if you look at their age, they're older. So technically, they're adults. Like, the one in the middle. I think this is the character. Because I actually did a video about this. About the shipping and the character's age. And I mentioned about two characters. Jotaro, who is literally the big buff guy, the main character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You have female anime fans simping for him, and they think, oh, he could be an adult. No, he's 17. But some of that's okay. And her right here, in the middle, I mentioned about her. People think, oh, she's so cute and adult. Why she lives on her own? Where's her parent? Apparently she doesn't need a parent because she's 300 plus years old. Like, Or, no. She's literally 100-some years old. Because I did my research about that character. But people do not care about the age because they're still children. It doesn't matter. So, basically, there's two ways where people say age don't matter. Age don't matter in fiction, but age don't matter because they're still kids. There's two ways people will say age don't matter in fiction.
Which makes no fucking sense. But that's why the whole age argument kind of falls apart. Back in the day, i.e. 2020, I used to run a Discord server that would make content centered around the exchanging of nuclear launch codes. And we were having this exact same issue 5 years back. So we ended up implementing this exact chart, which clearly says that a character's age doesn't really matter, and that it's mainly about their proportions. Which brings us back to the real issue. Age isn't doing the work here. It's the coding. Their body type, personality, tone, and maturity all shape how the audience perceives and responds to them. Raven is the perfect example of this. Now, before I go any further, let me knock out two common arguments.
Oof.
You could say Raven gets a pass, because when most of us first saw Teen Titans, she was older than we were. But that logic doesn't really work when most of us are now older than her. You could also argue that adult versions of Raven exist. So,
fair enough.
Fine. But, let's be real. Almost all the art, cosplays, and nostalgia come from the original Teen Titans design, because that's the one everybody actually watched. So, neither excuse really holds up. But Raven in Teen Titans is adult-coded, and it has nothing to do with her wiki page. Her body type and posture are all mature, and her behavior is deliberate rather than impulsive. Pair that with her dry, brooding personality and emotional restraint, and she reads as someone with experience and self-awareness, not a kid figuring things out. Narratively and visually, she's serious, competent, and reserved. Dark clothing, minimal expressions, and no childish energy. Everything about her tells the audience to treat her like an adult, regardless of the number attached to her age. And I guarantee you, nobody attracted to Raven is thinking, hell yeah, I love 16-year-old girls. They're thinking, yeah, God's baddie from my childhood. That reaction isn't accidental. It's the result of how she's coded. Now, if we're mentioning Teen Titans Go, Raven, that might be a different story.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. And secondly, we don't talk about Teen Titans Go. We do not talk about that shitty show.
Even characters like Frieren and Tatsumaki, who mind you, have petite builds, are still clearly adult-coded. They sound like adults, talk like adults, and act like adults. Yeah, Frieren is over 1,000 years old, but...
Yeah, exactly! I heard about her too, even though I never watched the show. She's literally like 1,000 century years old. But apparently, people say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the character is mature. Doesn't matter what age she is. She's still a child, regardless of her age. Oh, I want to smack the I wish these people have some fucking common sense.
But that argument...
And better yet, they just love twisting of the word age doesn't matter in fiction. They just love twist the word, but it doesn't matter if they're mature. It doesn't matter what age they're in. They're still a child regardless. Y'all basically are twisting the phrase and the word of age don't matter in fiction because they don't fucking exist. They're not real. How is this so hard to get that in everyone's thick fucking retards' skulls? Oh, God.
Isn't doing the heavy lifting here, because she doesn't behave like a little girl. That's why she's given grace, compared to other characters. And let's be real for a second. Petite women exist in real life.
For real! The
average woman worldwide is around 5'3", and I hate to say it, but most women globally aren't obese. That's an American thing. And that right there proves the point. Once you understand how coding works, behavior, tone, maturity, and presentation, it becomes obvious that a character's stated age often matters way less than how they're framed, which...
Like, thank you! Good God!
Yes to grabbing my party essentials.
And a Plus membership that can pay for itself up to 3 times over.
So my...
Which makes this the perfect time to talk about the double standards that completely
hypocrites
the entire conversation. There are a few of these double standards that pop up every single time characters' ages are discussed, but I want to focus on the 3 biggest ones, in order of importance. The first one being gender. It's not exactly a shock that anime is the male-dominated space. The average woman isn't watching One Piece. She's watching the female equivalent, Grey's Anatomy. So a lot of these debates only really flare up when women criticize men. But when the roles are reversed, suddenly, it's crickets. We've seen countless women simp hard for JoJo characters, who are canonically teenagers.
Exactly! Oh my god! I've been saying this again! It's the hypocrite double standards. I've said this before. When it comes to anime fangirls, they get the free pass for loving fictional male characters regardless of their age. Because, again, like these two right here, they look like an adult. Because how big and buff they are, but they're not. They're basically 17. But when it comes to the male, the anime fanboys for simping for a female character, we get lashed out. So this is literally a double standard, sexist and hypocrite standard. So the women get the free pass, but we, the male, don't? What kind of bullshit is that?
Same thing with JJK.
For real. Again, the JJK is the prime example. You have anime fangirls sipping for these characters. And they get the free pass. Grown female adults get the free pass for simping a fictional minor characters that don't fucking exist. They get a free pass, but we don't.
Almost every shonen male lead is pretty much under 18. Yet, nobody bats an eye because they...
Exactly! Especially back to the video I made about the shipping and their age gap. Keep in mind, Ichigo was 15 in the beginning of the series. But in the 1,000-Year Blood War, he's 17. About to be 18. He's still 17, but people want him to be with Rukia Kuchiki, who's literally 150 years old from the beginning of the series, towards 1,000-Year Blood War at the age of 152, mind you, and people want Ichigo to be with someone that is so older than him. That's okay, but when it comes to fictional characters' age and shipping now, it's a problem. Like, again, hypocrite, stereotype, sexist, and oh my god. What the fuck?
They look and act like grown men. The logic is still stupid when you flip the genders up. I'm not here trying to defend it, but it's absolutely a double standard worth pointing out.
For real!
The second double standard is how age is selectively used in arguments. Canon age magically matters only when someone needs it to win a debate or signal moral superiority. If you're defending the looting of Raven and someone brings up her age, suddenly maturity doesn't matter. Well, she's technically 16, but in the same breath, though.
Thank you! It's like, oh, it doesn't matter if they're mature, they're still kids. Yeah, it does. Is their personality, their attitude, their tone, their maturity, it does fucking matter. And so you're telling me I cannot like this character because they're a fucking minor, even though they're not fucking real. They're just fiction. They're just fictional characters. They don't have a soul. Age don't matter in fiction, regardless what y'all motherfuckers say or twisted the phrase of age don't matter. And again, you guys have your own. You guys are double standards, hypocrite, stereotype, and sexist of this bullshit.
those same people will condemn someone for liking Kana, who is canonically thousands of years old. And now, age doesn't matter because it's all about how she looks like a kid. And to be very clear, I am not defending the second one. I'm pointing out the inconsistency. Age either matters or it doesn't. You don't get to swap the rules mid-argument depending on which character you like. But the double standard I genuinely have the most distaste for is the third one. It's just a drawing. This phrase is the biggest catch-22 in the entire age debate. On one hand, it's used to defend attraction to adult-coded minors or petite adult women, because at the end of the day, they are fictional. But the same line gets spammed by Blue Archive players to justify gooning two blatantly child-coded characters. I had to argue with these brainlets on Twitter a few months back, and it's actually insane. They'll call you a tourist or a hood weeb, because apparently finding little girls attractive is just a part of the anime culture. Like, what the?
No, it's not. It's not. No. Who the fuck thinks that? Oh, you like little girls because you're part of anime culture. No! Who the fuck says that? Dude, I grew up with anime when I was fucking 5 years old. So you saying it doesn't matter how long you're a fan, an anime fan, or whatever, that clear that doesn't matter either? Like, oh my god. I cannot believe we live in a world where a bunch of retards don't have no fucking common sense anymore. And, of course, we live in a world where minors in real life do not care about their age and do not care about dating someone that is older than them. He or her, it really doesn't matter. Because young minor boys rather date a mature woman that is older than them. Then you have minor females, minor girls, who wants to date a mature grown man. Because they like mature adults. I'm not making this shit up. That's literally been happening right now. I guess that's the reason why the law decided when you're at the age of 16 or 17, you're basically can do whatever the fuck you want, and your parent can't do jack shit about it.
What the fuck? That's the problem, though. The argument isn't applied consistently. It's applied conveniently. When people talk about age in fiction, they act like the creator and the audience are interlinked. When, newsflash, they aren't. Creators use coding as a shortcut. It's how they signal how a character should be read, felt, or taken seriously. But audiences don't engage with that honestly. They cherry pick whatever parts of the character helps their argument, ignore the rest, and then act shocked when someone.
Let me replay that. Let me replay that.
Be read, felt, or taken seriously. But audiences don't engage with that honestly. They cherry. But know how a character. When, newsflash, they aren't. Creators use coding as a shortcut. It's how they signal how a character should be read, felt, or taken seriously. But audiences don't engage with that honestly. They.
Thank you! Thank you! That's what the creators are doing. It should not be taking this seriously. How is it so hard?
Cherry pick whatever parts of the character helps their argument, ignore the rest, and then act shocked when someone calls out their inconsistency. And the reason this debate never dies isn't because it's actually that complex. It's because being mad about it is useful. Nobody wants clarity. They want a screenshot, a ratio, or the moral hub.
They just want to win the debate saying that they just want to win the argument. Saying, no, we're in the right, you're in the wrong, that type of bullshit. And like I said, this debate will never fucking end. This debate will never fucking end. And I still stand by. Age, it don't matter in fiction at all. And these fictional characters are not real. They're just creative coding, drawing fictional characters. They have no fucking soul. How is it so hard to get that in y'all thick fucking retards' skulls? Again, I might as well just call people who don't have no fucking common sense a bunch of fucking retards. Because they are.
high ground. And the irony is, literally, while I was writing this, I saw a TikTok of some guy saying he was gonna drop Gurren Lagann because of Yoko's design. Talking about how she's a 14-year-old in a bra and booty shorts. Now, hear me out.
The fuck?
If you changed absolutely nothing about her, same design, same behavior, same framing, just change the number from 14 to 18, what actually changed?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just the moral permission slip. Finally, I can give it to her. That's the problem, though. It's not about harm. It's about feeling morally superior.
Yeah.
But like I said at the start, age in fiction is just a number. What actually matters is how a character is coded. And if you walked away picking up what I'm putting down, congratulations, you get it. The rest of the internet, though, well, let's just say, ain't shit about to change. This is definitely one of the first videos of the New Year's of all time. So, if you enjoy this type of stuff, consider giving me a like and subscribing. We're super close to 100k, and it would mean a lot. Also, use code DOWNBAD at GamerSubs. That's all for today, though. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Like, if you change the character's age, it won't change nothing at all. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you change the age, nothing matters. Nothing changed. You're still gonna deal with the same bullshit. Oh my god. I've been saying this. And the fact this video have not been onto my radar, I was kind of disappointing. I've been saying this last year, mind you. Like, I'm so glad there's someone with some common sense. Because I rather listen to people who have some fucking common sense. And actually understands to leave reality out of fiction that doesn't fucking exist. So, shout out to this person, man. If he's watching this, I'm glad there's someone out there with a common sense, along with Monty Sensei, because I'd rather listen to people with some fucking common sense. Like, dude, leave reality out of fiction when it comes to certain things like politics, religions, or age. Like, they're just fiction for entertainment to enjoy. Nothing should not be taken too damn seriously. What's wrong to liking a character? What's wrong with simping the character? What's wrong? Consider them as your waifu material, whatever. Like, again, like when it comes to when you're talking about the gender, that is the big issue. That's the one that I have a strongly issue the most. Like, women gets the free pass. Like, a grown female anime fans get the free pass for loving and simping a male character that aren't their age. They get the free pass, but us, the anime fans, get all the hate. That's double standards, that's sexist, stereotype, and a hypocrite. So, I'm just gonna call everyone those when it comes to fiction, and they can't just leave reality out of it. Y'all are sexist, stereotype, hypocrites, and a bunch of retards. So, I'm just gonna say that right there and then. But anyway, I still stand by age don't matter in fiction, regardless what y'all motherfuckers say, because they're fiction. There are fictional characters, and they're not fucking real. Age don't matter in fiction. Leave reality out of fiction. How is it so hard? And it should not be taking it seriously. And I still stand by for that shit. Well, the best way to make a video in the morning, huh? Started like around freaking 9 or 10 something or whatever. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to the original video will be down below the description box so you guys can watch the original video for yourself. Links to my other channel, my social medias will be down below the description box. You guys know the drill. If you guys want to donate to support the channel, Links to my Cash App, PayPal, Ko-fi will be down below the description box and in my bio if you guys want to donate to support the channel. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Show the Critias. I'll see you guys later.